Hey,
Hey,
I'm Brian,
and I'm Kristen.
and this is the Brian and Kristen podcast. Brian and podcast, Kristen.
Oh, it's all about you. Got it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Brian podcast with Kristen. Oh, once again, it's always about me. Sorry about that, Kristen.
That's okay. Reverts back to our question last week. See, it didn't even matter.
Yeah, true. So we're here. New episode 16 in. We got a driver's license of if we were if we were 16 years, we'd have a driver's license. So we got a driver's license for a podcast, you know, and we got a special guest with us today because we got a pretty cool question coming in. Those of you guys who watch the show know that each week we take a question from the audience and we answer it. And we've been taking them by email and such, but our friend George decided today that he's going to give us a video. I finally learned some technology here, so we're going to have a video question today. What do you think about that, Kristen?
I'm impressed.
You're impressed. Okay, should we just get it going and get into this question?
Yeah.
In case two, I make any mistakes as I'm putting it up. So here we go. Our question from George.
That got me thinking, if you were a
Hang on. We
dog
got
or a
rewind
cat.
it there. Okay, here we go. Here it is.
Hey, this is George coming to you from beautiful Southern California. Listen to a previous episode where you shared that Bestie was owned by a Laker girl before she was upgraded over to Brian. That got me thinking, if you were a dog or a cat and you could select who your owner could be, who would you pick and why? Swine time.
I mean, there is a shameless self-promotion. That's awesome that he wore the t-shirt and the whole thing.
Oh, dude, George, shout out, dude. That's free advertising.
That's great. And by the way, if anybody in the audience wants to buy those shirts, they are for sale. Contact Brian.
Yes, yes. Just let us know that you saw the promotion on the podcast.
That's great. Wow, thanks George for doing the video. That was pretty cool. I feel like moving forward, if anybody else wants to do videos, that's a fun way to do it.
Yeah.
So tough question. Do you want to go first or you want me to?
I already thought about this answer because I watched the video, so you can go first, and then I'll,
Okay. So it's a good thing I talked to mom earlier this morning because this would be my answer. I would want our mom to be our owner because she said if she won the lottery, she'd give half of it to helping animals, like buying food and different things. So I actually think I would pick mom.
See, yeah, I think that mom always kind of does end up taking care of all the animals eventually, right? At
Yeah.
some level.
Even
And,
Bestie, even though you're a grown adult.
yeah, even best. I mean, he knows. Well, here's the thing: he jumps out of bed at 5:30 in the morning, knowing that's when he's going to get fed, and I'll keep sleeping through. But mom will go and get him breakfast. Like so, they'd have to wait till longer. So, uh, and I think too, we got to good see. I think mom and Mrs. M.
Yep.
Because Mrs. M is our neighbor, and she was our babysitter for Kristen and I, right, when we were kids. And so she's just that person that just loves dogs and has dogs come over and and cats, because Mrs. M, dogs would just show up at Mrs. M's house. Do you remember this, Kristen?
Yep.
Tubby did, and several other dogs did. She had a dog named Tubby that was so fat I used to sleep on its stomach. I would use its stomach as my pillow, or her stomach as my pillow. But so I think that this was pretty good. This guy was doing the floors at mom's house, and Bestie was here, and he said, "Man, that dog hit the dog lottery."
Yeah, and to be clear, Bestie doesn't just eat like a normal dog food breakfast. He gets like half a hard-boiled egg and blueberries. I think he's got he's eating better than I am.
Oh, he's getting more protein than I am. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
But there he is. I mean, he's not the slimmest dog, but he's lazy. But he likes.
And he's 15, right?
He's 15. We think he's 15. Yeah. So, and his original owner, well, the owner that I got him from was actually there's the Lakers, and then there's the Clippers. She was for the Clippers, cheerleader for the Clippers, and then. But my other friend Val saw him, and she said, "Man, he's perfect for Brian." And then she started talking to her, and like she had like 4 dogs already, and she had found him and another dog on the street, and she couldn't find anybody to take this guy in. So luck had it. 15 years, 13 years.
Yeah, luck had it for you. I don't know about Bestie. I mean, good thing you found Mom, but otherwise, I don't know.
That's true.
I think you might be the luckier one.
Yeah, he was kind of at first when he came over, he was starting to run away from me. So, yeah.
And it took him a long time to get acclimated to anybody else. Like he would only be around you.
That's true. There for a while, he would just kind of be right up on my, just kind of follow me everywhere and not really. But now he's all used to here. And, the only thing is it's tough for him because he's a California dog. He grew up in California, so he's used to the warm weather.
That's the only thing California he's used to.
That's true. That's true. So, that would be my thinking. I think that from what we know, our mom and Mrs. M are the 2 go-to people, and it works out because little Bestie can stay at both houses. My mom goes to work, he can go over there to Mrs. M's house. And
sometimes he goes to the office, Mom's office.
Yes, he has a good time at Mom's office. He gets taken care of good there, and I mean, I'd say he's had a pretty good time of it. I mean, he spends a lot of time on laps. There he goes. Just.
And I can't remember if the last time we talked about how much he's traveled, but he's made it to most states, I believe.
Yeah, I think there's only I think we said 12 or 13 states he hasn't been. I'd like to take him to some more states, but I think it's kind of gets a little grueling. I have to have it really set up, but I don't think, has he ever been to New York City? I don't know.
That would be a lot.
I don't think he's been there. No. But I would like to take him to take a look.
You could totally, yeah. Well, oh my gosh. And like Bestie goes to New York City and film all the different things. Bestie's got a pretty good following, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, people like watching Bestie videos. I mean, he gets more views than him taking a nap gets more views than my comedy. So I don't know what that tells you. But
focus more time on making Bestie videos.
I think so. Hey, that might be something we got to do. We might have to get him to New York City.
That's funny.
But he's been everywhere else. So yeah, that's kind of what we're thinking on that, right? Our mom's the spot where Bestie is. He's in good hands now.
Better hands than when he just lived with you.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
That's funny though. We both had the same answer on that one. And it's funny too, because Mom asked this morning, what's today's question? And I said, I have no idea. I said, Brian will let me know when it's time for me to know. Yeah.
And the good news is next week we got another one from George, a separate one that will take quite a bit of time. But so he did that. So that's what we should, folks, going forward, if you could send us a video or make a video, have some fun like we did right there with George. And if you got a Swine Time shirt, be sure to wear that.
That's what I was going to say. Just make sure to wear your Swine Time shirt.
I'll tell you, Swine Time shirts are fun to wear to the airport because you should get a lot of questions.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. People really want to talk to you about, what does that mean? What? Oh, I like that shirt. Like, oh, okay, cool. I love pigs. Oh, my grandma. Oh, she collects pig everything. They just start.
Do you carry you need a business card with a link that you can just or scan a QR code and have people order them?
Yeah, I got to put the QR code on because I do have a business card, but that would be right there, instant sales.
Yep.
So, well, that's pretty good. I think we got this week's question down in the books. Where are you going to be sitting down for a while there in Florida, or what's your plans next?
No, I go to Denver for 10 days.
Oh, cool.
Well, I'll start in Denver, and then we'll see if I get to fly anywhere.
Okay, so you'll be out in Denver.
Yep, and then on to Baltimore. I no longer have to go out to Denver, so that's good news.
Okay, then you go from Baltimore. Well, if you go out in Denver, try to go to if you have time, go to it's called Scenic. Oh, dang it! It's in Golden, Colorado.
Okay.
And it's where Buffalo Bill was buried.
Oh,
So,
right. Yes.
okay, that place is awesome. If you get, since you're going to be there 10 days, if you guys have time when you're not flying, I'd go
Yep.
there. But be safe driving, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, you know.
All right. Thanks for the tips.
Yeah. But anyways, what a good episode. You like your life? Yeah, you like your life. You like your life. You got a lot of people look out for you in one life. Yeah.
George, thanks for the question and going on video. That was appreciate
That
that.
was cool. 2
And
thumbs up.
George is one of the main question askers here, so I appreciate his participation and following.
Yeah, George just had 3 awesome questions, and he's got one more lined up. But who would win the wrestling match between, or how many Christians would it take to pin Brian? Who would win in a basketball game? Maya Moore, the professional basketball, or Mia Moore? And then and then for our dog, would be the best spot. I think he's had a good spot. This is a good place to live, you know. So, well, that sounds awesome, Kristen. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you guys on the next episode, and make sure that if you have any questions, please leave us a question or make a video for us. And we love having you guys on. See you on the next one.
All right. Bye.
Bye.